What a day to be alive is too high. Welcome back to another episode, if you want to call it episode of Documenting the Journey. I'm here in China, Pingyao. In this video, I just get into what I do and how's everything going. I just really document everything, trying to be as raw as possible, especially having clips that document the moment as well. So this is more of a weekly recap, also analyzing what went right, what went wrong, and just put it down into a nice little video. So let's get into it. What I do in my day-to-day is working at Vitaglow, vitamin C shower filter brand, testing new things, lots of things, so we'll get into it later. And then I work at Exchange Life, more like a, can define it, creative strategist. I don't like titles, I don't really give a fuck. I just manage the creators and the editors along with the founder. The goal with these videos is to, of course, document everything because I'm gonna do something big. So document everything from the start to when I will be actually doing something big as well. And then the goal is also more in the present moment right now for me, which is getting better, just putting out my ideas on camera in a quick way because I don't want to do any cuts in these videos. So I just want to be able to talk and to get better at that. So right now, let's get into some updates on Exchange Life. For Exchange Life, the past 2 weeks it's been quite interesting. I would say this last week I haven't worked as much, so I haven't really worked that much in my day to day because I'm here again in Pingyao. I'm here with my parents. They came to China to stay here like 3 weeks, so I'm traveling with them. I'm going a little bit around with them. So I think in the last week I dedicated probably 2 full days to work only. So it's been a little bit lower, of course. But what has happened instead 2 weeks before, so after I made the video, I think, is that I had a crazy couple of days where I would just get caffeinated and get work done, basically. So I had especially one day that I think showed me that if you really want to push yourself, you can. And it's gonna be a little bit harder, of course, but it's not even that hard. It's just very tiring. And what I did that day is just literally wake up, work, and I literally worked straight all day. I got one coffee and I got one huge matcha of like 1 liter. Bad choice, bad choice. I was not necessarily anxious, but I was like, it just kept me going because I really don't know how you can keep going, lots of work for lots of hours without having caffeine or like something else. In this case, caffeine. So still quite good. Other people do whatever, like snacks. I don't believe in that. I don't think you should do that. It's very bad for your health. While caffeine is still quite not necessarily bad for your health, but if you take a lot, it is. So if you keep it down, if you keep it low, it's fine. So kind of an update on that and why this connects to Exchange Life is because that day I really moved forward with a shit ton of things for Exchange Life, and I got done a bunch of things that I was still behind from like 1 week before. So I literally got everything down there, and right now I'm always up to date because I managed to be up to date right now. Because every day I just make sure that everything on Slack is replied, and make sure that everything is moving forward, even though I would say right now there are like a couple of things that we spoke about with the founder that I haven't moved forward on, but I'm gonna do it as soon as I get back on like a normal working schedule. So I think it's just interesting to see that you can just push yourself a lot if you really want to, and sometimes like maybe that is actually what is required. So I'm kind of wondering, in some ways it probably is, and in some seasons it will probably be, but let's see. I don't have an answer for that. So for Exchange Life, basically moving forward on just my own concepts, also making, also dealing with all the creators, just trying to get them better, get the system better. Lots of ideas from the founder is always there sending ideas, so it's great, of course. And then you have to implement them if they're great, and just scaling this program to the moon, and let's see how that goes. But it's getting really, really cool because we are also working really closely with one of the creators, which now is also the community manager, and I don't know, it's just so fun to actually manage it with her and the founder, and now it's more me and her because the founder wants to, of course, like get out of that, like he doesn't want to deal with it, kind of. So yep, I don't know. It's just interesting. It's very exciting, and there are already like some creators that are getting results. So it's really cool to see them getting results. Another thing that actually happened for Exchange Live, probably actually 2 weeks ago or something, 3 weeks ago, is that one video that not that I made, but one video is getting a lot of spend, so it's becoming a big scaler, and yeah, it's actually from an idea that the founder had that I acted on. So it's more his idea, but I'm gonna get the bonus because there are bonuses for that. So it's interesting. I was thinking, all right, actually, let me split this up, or let me not get the bonus because realistically, I didn't do anything for this. I literally just executed on it quickly. Like I didn't even edit my videos myself. I just made a Milanote with all the ideas and the text that I wanted to use based on the hypothesis of the founder, and then I sent it out to the editors and they made it. So again, I don't really take it as my idea, but instead there is like I'm leaning a little bit more into native ads, and there is one that was getting a little bit of spend. So now I'm making another one, which is getting out, I think, really good. So let's see how those goes. I think it's a really cool format, just being able to tell a story there, and yeah, I just want to crack that. So it's way cooler to see actually a video that gets like 2K in ad spend, or like gets consistently $500 a day in ad spend, that I made that came from my idea, than to see a mega winning video, like a big video is getting a lot of ad spend every day, but it didn't really came from my idea. So I think it's just cool, like just want to create things at the end of the day. So this was a little bit about Exchange Live. Now I wrote down something for Vitaglow. I'm basically thinking a lot for Vitaglow. I what I did actually 2 weeks ago is turn off all my no actually I turned off all my ads already 3 weeks ago, but 2 weeks ago I basically created a new ad set and I started putting in new videos for the gray hair angle, because one angle that no one is going for, that I wanted to try, that I'm still trying, is basically women having gray hair, having white hair, and just going yellow because of chlorine in the water. So the filter filters it, and that's basically the whole angle. Now I am testing it, so I made a couple of native ads, I made a couple of image ads, I made one video. I can't really say it's working because it's not getting any sales. And I was about to cut it, but then one video like got a little bit better soft metrics, I guess, even though I don't know how relevant they are for a new account. So I just decided to make a new native ad and a refined other advertorial, because right now I'm basically redirecting every single video and native ad to an actual advertorial landing page and not the product page directly, so that everything is more congruent. So I want to see how this one does, and based on that, I'm gonna either cut this angle and move forward to another angle, or keep going with this angle and try new things. The next angle that I want to try is actually the traveler angle. I had the idea of like starting to sell the filter more to worldwide, like to actually every single traveler, and this time sell it as a solution that filters chlorine. Because I had a talk with a creator of Exchange Live that then was telling me, oh, I'm like in the Philippines and there's so much chlorine in the water, like my skin is so dry, my scalp is so dry. So I think it's interesting to test and to see how that could go, to just go worldwide and see, yeah, which audience resonates the most as well. And then I'm still trying to get TikTok shop going, but having a lot of issues where I can't sign up with my company. So it's a bit tricky, but I think I can get it up anyway. So I will figure it out. But I will say that for Vitaglow, yeah, I'm just thinking, and yeah, trying to understand if it makes sense to keep going, so pushing it, or pivot. So I was listening to the podcast from Alex Hormozy and like Chris Williamson, the last one, and they were saying how it's very hard to understand when you need to pivot from something or just keep pushing it. But I feel like I need to keep pushing it until I see potential into it, and until I think I actually tried everything I could try and I tried it well. So when that happened, then I can pivot from it because I actually tried a lot. And maybe there is a better opportunity. But what I'm doing already is like looking for a better opportunity. So right now I'm seeing like these matcha cans, which there is a big brand in the UK that does it, that sells them, but there is no one in the US. So it's very, very interesting to me because it's a cool angle actually. It's like, oh, actually save time on your matcha instead of making it. You can just take this can. So I basically order a can of that UK brand here in China, 10 euros, like that was fun. And now I'm making some videos about it. And then I make also my like quick small design and website and just test something, some landing pages and stuff. So I think I should keep going with the Vitaglow, but also have the high open to other opportunities. Now, last thing, as I said, I'm here. Oh shit! As I said, I'm here in China with my parents, and it's very very cool, of course. And I've just noticed that my Chinese is getting refined like a lot. I don't know why, but when I was in Cyprus, I did like 2 weeks of 5 lessons a week, so one lesson a day basically during the weekday. And we went basically through a kind of a hard topic, which is the how to handle with suppliers. So there were lots of new words, lots of way more difficult words. So I feel like when I came to China, I was like, oh, okay, actually, now like conversational Chinese is easier because I'm trying the business Chinese, which is way fucking harder. So it's super cool to see, super interesting. Of course, I'm not at a level where I can just have like a normal conversation with someone, but it's getting better. So it's cool. It's cool to see. It's Monday, July the 6th. I don't know why, but right now I have like how do you say, a heaviness in the chest. I have no idea why. Like I slept quite good. I slept, let's say, 7 hours, 8 hours. I even like just staying in the bed and I was feeling so good, such a good day. Then I went at my laptop and I just started like feeling this kind of heaviness in the chest. Like, oh, okay, it's nothing crazy, of course. So what I'm gonna do right now is work. I'm not sure today I'm gonna get a coffee because yesterday I got a coffee plus huge matcha. Never gonna do that again. Like it literally kind of broke me. Well, never gonna do that again. I'm not gonna say that because it was actually good in terms of locking in. I kept going and I didn't go out of the house because I had the matcha. Very simple, and the caffeine. So whatever. Like I don't recommend doing this. I don't think it's necessary. Well, maybe it is necessary, but it's not like healthy in a way because you're still like using caffeine like a substance to just lift your concentration or whatever. And people use nicotine wherever they use anything. There are like I really don't want to do that. But even when I take like one coffee and one matcha, like I already feel worse at least the day after. So that's why I don't like doing this. But if I have to do it, I'm gonna do it. I just do feel like I kind of want to break down, but I actually don't. So it's great like this. And of course, look at what we have there. So grateful to be here. Every time I see this flag, I'm like so happy. Some update from the crib. I started running ads again for Vitaglow, and this is what it looks like. I basically create a new ad set just for simplicity. And then I started uploading the new ads. This is the latest one. This is a video. Then we have 2 native ads and one normal ad, image ad. This is what it looks like in terms of spend. It's not really relevant because it's like pushing spend is forcing spend. But what is relevant is that For example, we got one add to cart and one website at cart, checkout initiated, which is great. Like running ads on the other campaign, on the other ad set, sorry, I basically never got one. Like I got one, but out of $1,000 in ad spend, while this one is out of $60 in ad spend. So I don't know how relevant it is. Like I'm just rambling on this because I don't know how relevant it is, but I just know that I'm changing strategies. So I think I'm going to see more results. In this case, the angle is the gray hair angle. And what I'm doing differently is I am basically making landing pages, not for each and every single ad. Do the Facebook post. This is a native ad. If we click, in this case, in learn more, not even shop now, I took this kind of strategy or this way of making native ads from Rosabella, which is a really, really big brand of moringa, of beetroot in the US, and it's crushing it. So took a look at them, and then I made my advertorial. I don't think this is great, honestly. Like I'm gonna change it all completely because it's quite very simple and quite shit. But at least it's going towards the actual gray hair angle. So people click here and they see this. They don't just see the product page. And then they go into the product page. I should probably change this up a little bit as well to actually match the angle that I'm testing without the probably. I need to do this. Right now, I've changed the offer to a very simple subscribe and save 50% off or buy once. And that's it. I just made sure to put, for example, the $2 a day and $1 a day so that it puts it a little bit more into perspective, that it's not that much. But here again, I should have only like gray hair. Like I should not talk about the skin, for example. So this is something that I still need to fix. Working on this, let's see how it goes. I'm not quite sure about the gray angle anymore. Yeah, I just don't know if it's the right one. I don't know if how I'm putting it just around chlorine is the right way, because I should go more around hard water that is bad for gray hair and can yellow them. But our filter does not filter our water, so I'm not gonna lie about that. Our filter is really good to filter chlorine, and chlorine also is responsible for yellowing grays. It's just less strong, so I can't really push it too far. I made the first video ad as well today for this new angle. I made a 3D animation, slower paced, because I saw it from one post on Facebook that it went out to an older audience. So I just took that and just made it for my script, my own concept, but kept it slow paced and cute. Now it's 5 p.m. of Friday, July the 10th. I feel a little bit bad today because I didn't sleep my nice 8 hours. I only slept like 7. And tonight I dreamt a lot, so I didn't necessarily rested that well. But it's not an excuse. Now I'm gonna keep working. I just came back from eating. I am dipping out of the first house in Chongqing and I'm going to Beijing. But first, I'm gonna go to the airport and meet my parents. It's been almost 3 months, so I'm really happy to see them. And today is even my mom's birthday, so I'm gonna get some nice little cake or something. There is like one place downstairs where I'm gonna get some sweet something for them for breakfast. So here we go. Here there is the graveyard of Waimai. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm gonna go to a cafe now, and then we're gonna change city, going to Dunfeng from Pingyao. Another nice little 5 hours trip. Again, thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next one.